Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failure. In our last video, we tackled Espresso to Go. In this video, we do the final Asuka mission, which is technically two connected missions. The first is called s.a.m, and completing s.a.m immediately starts the cutscene mission, which is called Ransom. So a couple of things here about the cutscene that we're about to watch. I'm just going to fill up my health here. In the cutscene that we're about to check out, Asuka is going to say that the plane will arrive in 2 hours, but the player actually has 3.5 minutes in real time, which corresponds to 3.5 hours in game time. Another thing to notice about this cutscene is that 2 hours time should have an apostrophe after that S in hours, 2 hours time. This is one of the grossest, maybe this is the grossest cutscene for me in the whole game. My goodness. Also, she is going to talk about Chili in the last line of this cutscene, and Chili has one L, not the two that it is subtitled with. So Rockstar continues to embarrass themselves with all their spelling and grammar mistakes. 2 hours time is really 3.5, and it should be hours apostrophe, hours apostrophe, S apostrophe. Okay, the mission name, well, let's talk about the premise. So the idea here, as Asuka is explaining, is that we need to go head over to the airport, and there's a special boat that's reserved for us. So we're going to take over to the airport, and then we're going to shoot a plane out of the sky right before it lands at the airport. Find the boat and get to the marker buoy. Can do. The title of this mission is s.a.m, or more accurately, S.A.M. It's an acronym for Surface to Air Missile, which makes sense because we are going to be firing a rocket, a missile, from the surface, from the ground, technically from a boat. So s.a.m, Surface to Air Missile. Once you pass this mission, and you watch that cutscene called Ransom, and you're welcome to skip watching the cutscene, but you do have to begin the cutscene before you skip it. Then you earn 45,000 bucks, and then the single Catalina mission in the entire game is unlocked. It's called the Exchange. All right, if we head down here to this special boat, again marked on the map, we see there are rockets given to us, which is convenient because you need them. As far as I know, there's no other way to pass this mission without using rockets. And I turned my rockets on just so we could see how many were given to us, and it was five rockets. But of course, you don't need to grab them if you already have rockets. Okay, this is literally the first time I've done this mission this way. I kind of had forgotten that there was even a boat involved. I'll show you my standard speed strat of this mission after I show you this vanilla attempt. And so I'm going to fast forward through a bunch of the waiting time for the plane to arrive about a minute and a half from now. But I really wasn't even sure if I was going to hit the rocket shot because I've never tried it from here before. I shoot the plane down from the airport itself. Okay, as we fast forward through time, this is the last mission that Asuka is going to give us, and so it's time to rate her. Rate her missions individually and rate her as a boss. But I guess before we get into that, we'll take a look at the last 12 seconds or so. There's the plane, shoot it down, you get a 4-star wanted level, and then you go collect the cargo. So some of it lands on the kind of dock over there, and some of it lands in the water. You just pick it up either on foot or in the boat. The first Asuka mission was the one that we got right after we unlocked Staunton, and it was Sayonara Salvatore, where we had to go and kill Salvatore over behind Luigi's Club. That's a great mission, 9 out of 10. Under Surveillance was where we had to go and kill like 3 different groups of FBI agents, some in the park, and then there was some like downtown Bedford, I think, and then a bunch of guys standing in a building across from Kenji's Casino, 8 out of 10. Paparazzi Purge was another boat one. There we had to shoot a guy who was getting away in a boat right opposite, right in the water next to Asuka's condo. But that mission is trivial if you have M16 ammo, so I can't go any higher than 5 out of 10 on that one. Here in the clip that you're watching, I just have to make it back to the construction site. I do have a 5-star wanted level, so that's going to make it more challenging, but it's manageable. I'm not going to fast forward here. I'm just going to show you the trip in real speed. The next Asuka mission was Payday for Ray. That was the one where we had to quickly go from one payphone to another, 4 payphones in all, and then make our way to Central Park to finally meet Ray in that disgusting bathroom. That's a really great mission. The time limit is quite tight, but I like all the driving around and the short time limit. 8 out of 10 on that one. And then Two-Face Tanner, we had to go kill the guy as he was leaving Kenji's casino. And again, that mission is trivialized by the M16 ammo. 4 out of 10 on that one. Then that was the first chain of Asuka missions. Then we had a break from Asuka. We had to do a bunch of Ray missions and a bunch of Donald Love missions before unlocking the most recent chain of Asuka missions that we're finishing right now. So the first Asuka mission in the second chain was Bait. That was where we drove around and woke up 3 sets of Colombian cartel in their cars and then lured them over to a like an ambush area. I really like that one. That's a great mission. 10 out of 10 on that one. Espresso to go. Last video we had to take out or pause here in this cutscene. So no dialogue, but we can read. I've got your precious Maria. If you don't want her face to look like she fell out with the butcher, why is there a period after butcher? Bring $500,000 to the villa at Cedar Grove. And my goodness, shock among shocks. Asuka is dead. Miguel is also dead, but Asuka is dead. I can't believe it. The bigger shock was that misplaced period at the end of not a sentence. Here I'm grabbing our special cheetah from Turismo, and we'll just use this for my standard speedrun strat here. So I cut out most of that drive, but just wanted to show you that I was getting the cheetah that we soared over in Portland. Okay, and here you'll see me just drive straight across the bridge over to the airport, totally ignoring the boat. This is my speed strat. So espresso to go, we had to destroy 9 espresso stands scattered about all 3 islands. It's kind of a long, boring mission. I do move some cars around, so it's a little more efficient because I'm doing that, but 6 out of 10. And then here's Sam. This mission right here, it's awesome. I'm giving this one a 10 out of 10. It's so cool. You can maybe have to deal with the Colombian cartel on airport proper. I'm going to show you that right here, and then you shoot a plane out from the sky, and then you have to head back with a 4 or 5 star wanted level. So cool. So that means Asuka gets a 10 out of 10. My goodness, gang, she is the only 10 out of 10 boss giver in the whole game. All right, watch this knucklehead on the left blow up his own car, aiming at me. Kaboom. All right, so typically, I would not bother interacting with these guys. This guy's got a rocket. He's going to blow himself up. Kaboom! Yeah, not the A team that Catalina sent here. Typically, I just ignore these guys. They don't do anything with you if you stay, like 30 feet away from them or more. I've got a bulletproof cheetah here, so otherwise my car would blow up from all the guns here. The wiki says that this is the only mission in GTA 3 where an NPC is armed with a rocket launcher. The gang member carrying it will blow himself up if he attempts to use it against the player. So Catalina did not send her finest men for this job. Here we just stand on the runway and shoot down the plane from the runway. And then I will go head back to my car and grab all the spank from the runway. So even though these are 2 missions together, Sam and then the cutscene that we saw, it's just they only count as a single mission in terms of the stats menu. 1 mission attempt, 1 mission pass. Which is weird because we did have another cutscene mission we did earlier called Love's Disappearance, and that one was a full-fledged mission, and it counted as a mission attempt and a mission pass, even though it was just a cutscene, just like Ransom was. Here I'm just showing you the dead dodo. Looks like a regular dodo once it's blown up, but it looks slightly different before it's blown up. I'll point that out later on. Okay, so we've got a 4-star wanted level. I typically just grab 1 bribe star on the airport, so I'm going to show it to you. It's very close. You squeeze in that hole quite close to the building. And just down this alley here is the bribe star. Now, when I'm speedrunning this game, I just drive back to the construction site with the 3 stars and I deal with the police attention. But just for the purposes of this video, I will show you that there are 2 other bribe stars near the airport that are not that much out of the way. And so if you don't want to deal with the police at all, what the heck just happened to my beautiful cheetah? Does Rockstar Physics not understand how hard I had to work to get that cheetah? Holy cow. Okay, so we're going to show you 2 other conveniently located bribe stars, just for completeness. So don't worry about that cheetah. I've lost it in this attempt, but I'm not going to save this attempt. So it's still safe and sound in the Portland garage in my official save file. Okay, once we grab the two other bribe stars, so here's one by the subway, and then there's one more just a little bit north of the airport. Once we grab those two, I'll head towards the bridge back to Staunton, and my wanted level will disappear within a few moments, and then I won't bother showing the rest of the drive. It's straightforward once you have no wanted stars. So now I've only got the one. I still get clobbered here. Whatever, whatever. Okay, yeah, so this mission is straightforward. The drive back is straightforward if you can just find those three bribe stars, and there we go. I've got no more wanted levels, so we'll skip the rest. Okay, what happens if I don't bother shooting down the plane? So here's my pacifist attempt at the mission. So we'll just watch it go by. It's like sitting at a NASCAR race in the grandstand. Look at this gorgeous sunset. My goodness, take a moment to appreciate it. So no message other than mission fail. All right, and now I'm going to point out that cartel crossing the runway, the cruiser, right into the water. Where was he going? Catalina needs to send the varsity team next time. Okay, I wanted to know what happens if I try to follow this plane in my own dodo. So it's coming behind me. I'm going to start, and then it's going to just barely pass me, and then I'm going to try to fly alongside it. I know I'm going to fail, but I just wanted to see where it goes. I'll also point out that the wings on this dodo that's passing us are longer than ours. See it? And it also has a light flashing at the back, which I don't have. So it's technically called the dead dodo, and it is a different plane than the dodo, which is what I'm flying. Okay, so here we go. We're just waiting for it to come underneath me. I feel like I'm at an air show, flying in formation. This is awesome. So I knew that there were out of bounds invisible walls around the entire map, but I didn't realize how close this one was to the airport. Like you smack into it and it just spins you around, heading you back to the map proper. It's quite a violent spin. All right, this is under control. Yeah, okay, we're all good here. No, we're not good. Not good. No, no, I'm a professional. They wouldn't send just anybody to an air show. Look at me go. These are all controlled upside downies. That's a technical term for you pilots out there. We saved it. Easy. It's easy. Here is the speed strat. And my challenge was to do the speed strat. This is not my speed strat. This is what the real good speedrunners do. And the idea here is that you don't even bother going to the airport. You go over to the dam. And you go to one of the arms of the dam and you stand in a very particular spot and you aim your missile at a particular like pillar in the fence, and then you aim straight up. And as soon as the airplane comes into view, like in your rocket view, you fire the rocket, and all the packages hopefully land right here on the dam. And so I've never tried this before, but I've seen it, and it saves a lot of time because you don't have to wait. The airplane is going to come over my head here right around a minute 18, a minute 17 left on the clock, which means you don't have to wait that minute 17 for the plane to get to the airport before you blow it up. So I'm standing in a particular spot. Don't worry about where it is because I don't know where it is. And then I aim at this third pillar, like left of that other arm there, the hemisphere there. So I aim the third one, including that one. And then I aim at this third pillar and then I point straight up. And as soon as I see the airplane on screen, it'll come from the left-hand side, lower down on the screen. I fire the rocket. And if I time it right and then I hit the plane, it's like a, 1 in a million shot if you know what the setup is. But it works every time if you do the setup. And so I don't quite have it because one of these little packages, so I can grab 7 of them, but one of them is over here. And as soon as I go and get it, I can't get back up. So this is unfortunate. It's my best attempt at it. I just don't quite have the spot or the timing down perfectly, but that package that landed over on the other side of this wall is supposed to land like on top of the wall or maybe on the bridge proper where the police cars are. So I tried 6 times. So the trick is not that hard in terms of hitting the shot with the rocket. I succeeded 3 of the 6 times. The other 3 times I was a bit late with my rocket, but I never got this package to land anywhere but on the wrong side of this wall here. So it was good enough, I guess. It was okay. Right, so I think that that's about it for this mission. I think I'm going to unceremoniously take a dip in the water here. Whoopsies. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.